Today is a new day. I made a promise to myself. I will try a 30-day experiment. It feels a little scary. It also feels exciting. I want to see what happens. I want to see if small changes make a big difference. I hear about these habits all the time. People say they are the secret to success. I am tired of just hearing about them. I am going to do them. I am going to live them. For 30 days. I will be honest about what works. I will be honest about what fails. This is my diary of that journey. My goal is simple. I want more focus. I want more calm in my day. I want to feel in control of my time. I want to feel in control of my money. I chose 5 habits. They are not complicated. They are things anyone can do. The first is waking up early at 5:30 a.m. No more hitting snooze. The second is reading for 30 minutes every single day. The third is moving my body for 20 minutes. The fourth is planning my day each morning. The fifth is talking to one new person every day. Just one. My only rule is to do them all, every day, for 30 days straight. I am not expecting to become a millionaire in a month. That is not the point. The point is to test the process. I want to see if the small daily actions create real, tangible results. Will I have more energy? Will my mind feel sharper? Will I find new opportunities? I will track my progress. I will write down how I feel. I will share the good days and the bad days. This is not about perfection. It is about showing up. It is about seeing what happens when you commit to a new way of living, even for just a little while. March 14th, 2026. Day 1. The first week was a system shock. That 5:30 a.m. alarm felt brutal. It felt like an attack on my sleep. My first thought every morning was, just 5 more minutes. My body felt heavy. My mind was a thick fog. To beat this, I put my alarm clock across the room. I had to physically get out of bed to turn it off. I laid out my workout clothes the night before. By day 4, something shifted. I noticed the quiet. The world was still asleep. I had this pocket of time just for me. It felt powerful. Reading for 30 minutes a day was my reward for waking up. A cup of coffee next to an open book with a yellow highlighter marking a passage. I chose books on simple topics: business, psychology, biographies. I did not try to read anything too difficult. The goal was consistency, not complexity. The words on the page helped wake up my brain. They gave me one new idea to think about each day. I started highlighting one sentence that stood out. It felt like I was collecting little pieces of wisdom. This small act of learning made the early mornings feel productive, not punishing. It was a small win before the sun was even up. Moving my body for 20 minutes was key. I did not go to a gym. I kept it simple. I walked, did some push-ups and squats, or just stretched while listening to a podcast. The point was to get my blood flowing. It shook off the sleepiness. I felt less groggy. After just a few days, I noticed more physical energy in the late afternoon. That was a surprise. It proved that a little movement goes a long way. Talking to one new person each day was the scariest habit. I am an introvert at heart. The thought of cold outreach made me nervous. So, I started small. I sent a direct message to a friend of a friend. I commented on a LinkedIn post and asked a question. The first few attempts were clumsy. Some people did not reply, but a few did. We had short, simple conversations. It was not life-changing, but it broke down a mental barrier.
It showed me that reaching out was not as terrifying as I had imagined.
By the second week, the habits started to feel less like a chore. They started to feel like my routine. The 5:30 a.m. alarm was still early, but it was no longer a shock. I had a system: wake up, drink a full glass of water, make tea, sit down and read. I stopped thinking about it so much. I just did it. The quiet morning hours became my favorite part of the day. Think, plan, prepare. The fog was lifting, replaced by a sense of calm control. My reading habits started to compound. Small ideas began to connect. I started a section called Idea Bank. When I read something interesting, I wrote it down. It was not just about reading, it was about capturing value. These were not huge breakthroughs, just small adjustments making my days run smoother. My 20 minutes of movement became non-negotiable, like brushing my teeth. I noticed my posture was better, aches fading. A quick walk became my reset button.
I was a person who took care of my physical self. Reaching out got easier. I focused on the action, not the reply. A designer shared a tooltip. Another chat surfaced a trend. I was building weak ties, planting seeds, opening tiny windows to new worlds.
Week 3 was the real test. It is easy to stick to habits when life is going smoothly, but life is never smooth for long. I had a major project deadline at work, and I had to stay up late 2 nights in a row. The 5:30 a.m. alarm on those mornings felt impossible. I hit snooze. I failed. I slept in until 6:30 a.m. For a moment, I felt like a total fraud. I wanted to quit the whole experiment. But then I remembered my goal. It was not about perfection. It was about consistency. So I got up, did my other habits, and promised to do better the next day. This week also tested my reading habit. Tired and stressed, I craved the easy dopamine of scrolling. To fight this, I set a timer for 30 minutes and put my phone in another room. It was a simple trick, but it worked. It forced me to focus. It reminded me that discipline is not something you have. It is something you practice, especially when you do not feel like it. On my busiest day, I did not have a 20-minute block. I decided to break it up. Stairs, a 5-minute lunch walk, squats while the microwave ran. I pieced together 20 minutes. It was not ideal, but it was better than nothing. Flexibility is just as important as discipline. Tired, I almost skipped my networking habit. I forced one short, genuine message to a marketing manager I admired. She replied within an hour. It became a 15-minute call. She needed help on a small project. She offered me a small freelance gig. I made $100. It was not $1 million, but real money, directly from a habit.
In the final week, the change was undeniable.
The habits were no longer a struggle. They were just what I did. Waking up at 5:30 a.m. felt normal. My body clock had adjusted. I woke up feeling rested, not robbed of sleep. Morning hours became my strategic advantage. I felt 2 steps ahead. The rush and panic were gone, replaced by calm, proactive energy. My mind was clearer. My reading filled a notebook with actionable ideas. I had a library of insights to draw from. One idea I implemented was the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Sending a reply, washing a mug, filing a paper. It cleared so much mental clutter. My work became more efficient. I was not working harder. I was working smarter. Daily movement became a source of joy. I looked forward to my walk or stretches. My energy was consistent. No more 3 p.m. slump. My mood was better. Small annoyances bothered me less. I felt more resilient, more balanced. I did not get sick once all month. My body felt stronger. My network grew in small, meaningful ways. The fear of reaching out was gone. It became a daily opportunity to learn. Not all about business. Shared hobbies made my world feel bigger. So, after 30 days, did I become a millionaire? No. Of course not. My bank account did not magically multiply. That was never a realistic expectation. But my life did change in real, measurable ways. The biggest change was not in my wallet. It was in my mindset. I stopped being a person who reacted to my day. I became a person who designed my day. That shift is priceless. It gave me a sense of control and calm I have been chasing for years. The small financial win was just the cherry on top. I have decided which habits I will keep. Waking up early is a keeper, with flexibility. 5:30 on weekdays, grace on weekends. Reading for 30 minutes is non-negotiable. Moving for 20 minutes is non-negotiable. Planning 3 main tasks stays. I will drop the strict rule of talking to a new person every single day, but keep weekly new connections. If you want to try this, first, start smaller than you think. Do not try all 5 at once. Pick one. Do it for a week. Then add another. Small, consistent wins build momentum. Second, track your progress. Get a simple notebook and a pen. Write down when you do the habit. Seeing a chain of check marks is incredibly motivating. Third, forgive yourself. You will miss a day. The goal is not a perfect streak. The goal is to get back on track the very next day. Do not let one slip-up derail you. These habits are not magic pills. They are tools. They are the small hinges that swing big doors. 30 days showed me what is possible. It did not change my net worth, but it changed my self-worth. It proved to me that I have the power to change my daily reality. I feel more focused, more energetic, more optimistic than I did a month ago. And that, to me, is a form of wealth that money cannot buy. The journey is not over. It is just beginning. This journal will be my proof. It will be the honest record of what it takes to build a new life, one habit at a time. Let's begin. For the next 30 days, action will speak louder than doubt. Can I really stick with this? Will it be worth the effort? My brain makes excuses. I am telling that voice to be quiet. One hello at a time.